I'm Marsha Scarborough, International Living Spain correspondent, and today I'm in La Alberca, Spain, with Denise Bright, also known as Lovey, who is an American expat in Spain. She's been here 2 years. So, Lovey, why did you choose Spain?
I've been here a number of times, 25 times at least, traveling with my students. And I came about 3 years ago to see if I could live here in Valencia. And I loved it. And it's just always been a dream to live in Europe. So.
And why do you like Valencia?
Valencia has, I made a checklist before I retired what I wanted. And it had everything on my checklist. I was near the beach. It had beautiful weather. The cost of living was really great. It would be someplace where I'd speak Spanish a lot. And it gave a lot more than what was on my checklist. I have a really high quality of life here. So.
And you were a Spanish teacher, so your Spanish is fluent.
My Spanish is pretty good. Yes.
Good for you. So you've been here 2 years. Do you rent an apartment in Valencia? Or?
I do. I do.
And that's comfortable for you?
That is. A lot of my friends have bought property here, but I'm happy with renting an apartment.
And do you have a car?
No.
So we're in Spain. These are church bells. So in just a moment, we'll be back to our interview. All right. So did you buy a car?
I didn't. And the reason for it is it's really not needed in Valencia. It's a walking town. You can walk everywhere, ride your bike everywhere. If you choose to, you can take a bus or the subway or a cab. So maybe once in a while I'll need to drive, but that's for an excursion. But really, and there's no place to park. So.
That's the main thing in Madrid too. I mean, you can have a car, but there's no place to put it. So, what do you like the most about Spain?
Well, this is a big thing in the U.S. Affordable medical care. I can afford to see a dentist, and I can afford to see a doctor if need be, and I can afford the insurance. So maybe for younger people that might not be a top priority, but for me, it's major. So one of the best things is the medical care, along with the quality of life.
And who are your friends, and how did you meet them?
I knew one person before I moved here. Her name was Sol, and Sol was from Valencia, and she was in one of my women's groups. And but once I came here, I met friends. One of my best friends, Teresa. Teresa is from Valencia, and chance meeting. She was one of those people that calls people over, the Jehovah's Witness, and talks to them about the Bible. And she's one of my best friends. And then I met another friend, a connection again from the U.S., improbable. She was a friend of one of my sponsees for a program. And we had dinner, and then we were friends ever since. And we kept in contact while I prepared to move to Spain.
And so in moving to Spain, what was the most complicated part?
Well, some things I have been prepped for. A lot of my friends told me it would take a longer time than 30 days. So you do have a lot of running around to do. You have to get medical records. You have to prove that you're healthy, that you make enough money, that you don't have a criminal record. And, you know, you want to have all of these things translated, but not just translated by anyone. There's certain approved translators. So it's a little bit of running around back and forth at first. So that was a bit challenging.
And you're from D.C., so you went to the Spanish consulate in D.C.?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Let's see, what else? What's the most difficult part of living in Spain?
I don't find anything too difficult about living in Spain. Just people you grew up with, you miss them, you know. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I find it very easy. It's almost like I moved to Spain and found my home.
Okay. And I feel that way too. I think I've almost never been happier, I think.
I agree. I agree. Those are my sentiments.
Well, anything else you want to add? Any advice to expats who are thinking of moving to Spain?
Let me think. don't know. For me, it was easier and better once I hooked up with groups like Internations, and I joined quite a few groups that helped me meet other groups. And they were my best friends, but they were people who showed me about how to get my NIA card and how to open up my bank account and how to rent an apartment and how to get cable. So.
And you met those people through Internations?
Some of them, and my best friend, like I said, I met her through another friend.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to point to this person and point to that person and say, okay. And then what happens is you meet Valencians. They live a completely different lifestyle, but they know it from here. If you want, like if I'll say, oh, I need a cat scratcher for my cat. My friends from the U.S. will find me a cat scratcher that just cost maybe 50 euros. But my friends from Valencia will find me one that costs 5 euros. So that's the difference, you know.
Well, and one of my feelings is in Spain you need Spanish friends.
Absolutely.
They know the bureaucracy inside and out, and they know the tricks and the loopholes and all that.
Absolutely.
And so one of the ways I met people is what we're doing right now. We're at an English immersion, and we're both volunteers, volunteering to help Spanish professional people improve their English. And for that, we get a free stay in a resort. I don't know if you can see, it's a lovely resort with a pool and meals. And in exchange, we talk a lot, right?
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Is this the first one you've done?
Yeah, it is.
And what do you think so far?
I think it's a really great opportunity. It's almost, I've heard people say, I came and I was a little apprehensive. And suddenly, before I knew it, there was a change, and I suddenly felt very comfortable. And I've heard this from more than one person.
The Spanish people.
Yes, yes. And they seem to enjoy it, and I really enjoy it. It's a very peaceful place. You're surrounded by mountains and a lot of beauty, and I like the little town. I mean, houses haven't been... they're maintaining the integrity of the architecture from the early 1900s.
Medieval, yeah.
Right. Oh,
medieval,
right.
yeah.
You're right. This is true. So,
yeah.
It's an enjoyable place, you know.
Uh-huh. And I find the Spanish people very well educated, very interesting, very interested in Americans.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Lovey, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll be seeing you in Spain.